Don't be afraid to, like, take an idea and just let it sit for a bit and then come back to it. The more I work on it, the more I, like, narrow it down, and I'm, like, thinking now, like, what's the overall theme?
You keep interacting with it, so your brains keep running with it. And at a certain point, you need to list out all the possible ideas, and then you kind of extract it into more.
Yeah.
Like,
you're like,
get
what
to
can
the
I
main
do
point
with
of
that?
your
Like, can I do something
Okay.
with this kind of idea?
For me, I'm pretty good at narrowing down, like, what is the essence of this thing? I think I'll probably use our group film as an example, right? A lot of things happen in it, a lot of, like, fun chaos. We have a thing that I'm not going to spoil that all comes together and ties up at the end. But the essence of it is like a wife who really loves her husband, and that's what we want to get through. And I think narrowing down to what you want to communicate or what the theme should be is pretty important. And I also, one of the most valuable things I think while we were working on that film was being able to pitch it to our mentor. Having another eye on it, coming from, like, you've been in this, like, process and you've been in your own head and working with it, and it, like, lives there. But when you show it to someone who's never seen it or rarely sees it, they'll be able to be like, you know, maybe you don't need that thing, like, that kind of dragged. Just paring it down, deciding what is necessary and what isn't, and being able to let go of elements.
But how do you find the theme in that thing?
Yeah.
Finding what you want to see. Like, what do you want to see from it?
First, like Bailey said, creator's intent. Do you personally, what do you want out of this, right? Do you want to do this for fun? Do you want to, like, evoke an emotion? Do you want to say something specific? And then another thing would be, like, that log line just right there. The wife's trying to kill her husband to be together. It's funny and it's sweet, and that's why you like it, right? And being able to remember that as you're adding stuff to it and not lose sight of that's where we started. Even if it changes, you'll have to figure out what that one log line would be as it switches up.
Yeah.
At some points, you get really frustrated because you've been waffling about something, and everyone's like, doesn't want to hurt anyone's feelings. They're like, well, that could work. They're like, oh, that is fun. That's fun. And it's like, okay, but we need to make a decision. Finding out what works. If you're going to add something to it, does it work? You know, if you're going to take something out, does it still make sense? You know, because that was a lot of problems with the editing stuff we had from professors. They'd say, don't do that. And then we take it out and it didn't work. So it's like, do you want to rework this entire section so it works, or just want to keep it in? So it's like also evaluating your time.